This is BD Daily Tech News Podcast, your daily briefing on tech and innovation. It's 2026, March 17th, and today's episode is basically AI goes to work for the Pentagon. Microsoft rearranges Copilot like furniture in a tiny apartment. Chips might get built on glass, and online shopping needs a prove you're human upgrade.
So we've got national security AI, corporate reorg AI, sci-fi glass chips AI, and my toaster is buying sneakers again AI. Cool. I'm calm. I'm extremely calm.
First story. MIT Technology Review's download highlights OpenAI's controversial agreement to give the Pentagon access to its AI in classified environments, plus a deeper piece on where OpenAI's tech could show up in places like Iran-related contexts. Key point. Classified environments isn't a vibe. It means systems with strict access controls, auditing, and data handling rules.
Okay, naive question. Is this like ChatGPT wearing camouflage, or is it more like an autocomplete tool that now has to do push-ups and pass a background check?
More the second. Imagine your phone's predictive text, but for analysts, summarizing reports, extracting entities, translating, drafting briefs, and helping search huge internal corpuses. The risk is not AI becomes evil. It's leakage, misuse, and overtrust, people treating a model's confident text as verified intelligence.
So the danger is the model hallucinates and somebody prints it on official letterhead because it sounded like it knew what it was doing. That is literally how half of my high school essays got an A-.
Exactly. And the MIT Tech Review framing is about downstream use. Once a vendor's model is inside classified workflows, it can influence decisions indirectly through summaries, prioritization, and what gets surfaced first. For normal people, the actionable takeaway is to watch for policy and procurement patterns. Government adoption tends to harden requirements that later show up in enterprise products, logging, audits, and stricter data boundaries.
So if the Pentagon demands show your work, the rest of us might finally get AI that cites sources like it's not afraid of the teacher. I love that for society.
Story 2. Microsoft is combining the teams behind Workplace Copilot and Personal Copilot, and The Verge also notes a new Copilot boss amid leadership shakeups. Translation. Microsoft wants one coherent assistant strategy instead of parallel products that behave differently depending on whether you're an Outlook at work or on Windows at home.
Nothing says the future is here like a corporate reorg. Somewhere, an AI is generating the org chart, and even it is confused.
Org charts matter because they decide defaults. If consumer and enterprise teams merge, you can get faster feature reuse, same retrieval system, same safety layers, same memory features. But you also risk muddling privacy expectations. Enterprise customers expect strict tenant boundaries. Consumers expect convenience. Combining them forces Microsoft to pick where the hard walls go.
I just want Copilot to stop acting like two different roommates. Work Copilot is all, let's circle back. And Personal Copilot is like, here's a recipe and also your trauma.
Actionable angle. If you're a power user, treat this as a signal to standardize your prompts and workflows across contexts. Build a small prompt playbook for recurring tasks, meeting notes, document diffs, code review summaries, because Microsoft is clearly pushing Copilot as a consistent layer across Windows and Microsoft 365.
Now let's talk about the phrase that made my brain do a little cartwheel. Future AI chips could be built on glass. Are we making CPUs like artisanal Windows now?
This comes from MIT Technology Review's download on glass chips. The simple version, the substrate is the base material that supports and connects chiplets and interconnects. If you can use glass as a substrate, you can potentially get better electrical properties and tighter, cleaner routing for high-speed signals. Important when AI hardware is bandwidth hungry and packaging is the bottleneck.
So the chip isn't literally a glass brain. It's more like the chip is moving into a nicer apartment building with better hallways, so the data can run faster without tripping.
Great analogy. Why it matters? If packaging innovations lower power and boost throughput, you get cheaper inference at scale, meaning more AI features can run locally or at least run faster and cheaper in the cloud. And that changes product design. More real-time translation, more on-device image processing, more agent workflows that don't feel laggy.
Speaking of agents, There's a story about World launching a tool to verify humans behind AI shopping agents, which sounds like, congrats, your bot can buy paper towels. Unfortunately, so can scammers.
Right. The issue isn't only bots, it's accountability. If an agent can transact, merchants and platforms need to know, is there a real authorized person behind it, and can we prove consent later? Think of it like adding a driver's license requirement to autonomous purchasing. Verification becomes a safety layer for chargebacks, fraud, and abuse.
So we're heading toward a world where my AI can do errands, but it has to show ID at checkout. Honestly, relatable. I also get suspicious when someone buys 40 gallons of mayonnaise at 2 a.m.
Quick recap. OpenAI's classified government access raises the bar on auditing and trust. Microsoft's Copilot consolidation signals a single assistant layer across work and home. Glass substrates hint at a packaging-led leap in AI hardware. And human verification is becoming a prerequisite for agentic commerce. Same story underneath. AI is moving from chat into infrastructure.
And if AI is becoming infrastructure, please, for the love of Wi-Fi, let's build guardrails before we build 1,000 shopping bots with the morals of a raccoon. Subscribe, leave a review, and comment which one you think hits first. Verified shopping agents everywhere, or Copilot becoming the default button you accidentally click daily.